Hello everyone out there in YouTube world. And I'll always keep saying this, no matter what people say, because when I say this, I've had a couple of people say, well, what's going on in the world? Obviously, are these people for real? There's a lot going on in the world. So we like to say this every time we do our videos. We hope things are okay for you all out there, wherever you live in that planet of ours. Because we know there's things going on out there which are affecting us as a human race. Isn't that right, my dear?
Definitely affecting everybody as a
Yeah,
human
it
race,
does.
aren't they? Whatever parts of the world you come from.
That's true.
Sadly.
Anyway, this is a let's talk about randomness, because we've been watching some things, and we can mention his name as well. Wendell, he's a fellow Wolverhamptoner, and he lives in, I think he lives in Yorkshire or somewhere like that. Don't you have to quote me on that?
I don't know where he lives.
Because he's originally from Middlesbrough originally. Yeah, his roots from there, but he moved to Wolverhampton when he was very, very young, apparently. Well, he's quite a well-known vlogger on YouTube. And he did this video, which we've not long finished watching, where he went to America, and it was in Atlanta, Georgia, yes?
Yeah.
And, oh, man. There was this bit that come up with this homeless gentleman who's African American. I'd put him in his 60s, yeah, mid to late 60s, and he'd been homeless for about 2.5 years or something like that. And I'm telling you, oh, it just broke our hearts seeing him, you know.
All because he lost his job.
All because he lost his job.
And then he lost his wife.
Yeah,
his wife left him.
His wife left him because he had no money, because in America, Americans don't have the system that we have over here.
No, we're very lucky, really.
We are very, very, very. That's why we should never moan about these things in the UK.
No.
Because there's parts of the world, if you haven't got a job, you've got nothing. You've got no support network from the country where you live in. There's
no
none.
home, no food.
Nothing.
Nothing.
They kick you out on the streets. But yeah, it was really heartwarming seeing what Wendell did for him. Wendell just bumped into him, and this guy, he's got a fast pace about, very slim build, bless him. And you can see he's got mental health problems and issues, you know. And he was walking really fast, and Wendell was saying, man, this is the fastest.
And he says because he was hungry.
Yeah, he was very, very hungry. Very, very hungry.
Horrible.
So Wendell took him to this 7-Eleven, that's what they call it, 7-Eleven in America. And he said he could have whatever he wanted. Obviously not alcohol, whatever he wanted, food and drink. And that's all he wanted was something to eat and something to quench his thirst, some juice, some pop, you know.
And the gratefulness of him. You know, and God bless Wendell.
Yeah, because we're going to tag you in this, Wendell.
Yeah.
Definitely going to tag you in
God
this.
bless you for looking after people like that.
Because this is what the world needs, of good people out there. Me and Maxine are like this. And we can tell that story about that homeless chap that we saw that one time. And it was...
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was at least 2 years ago. And we was outside a fast food place.
Greggs.
It was Greggs, yeah. And we saw this young chap. Got to have been late 20s, early 30s.
I wouldn't, no, he weren't that old. I would have said middle 20s.
Middle 20s? Okay, middle 20s. See, I never get it right. Maxine's better and stuff like that than me. So, yeah, middle 20s. And, yeah, you could see he had some, looks like he'd been beat up by some, looked like he had been beat up from the way how he was looking. And you know what he said to us? All he wanted was something to eat. Something to eat.
Yeah.
So all he wanted, he didn't want anything, money for drugs or anything, he wanted some food. That's all he wanted. And that just broke our hearts. And it really did, seeing that. And yeah, so, and he said he's not allowed in the Greggs.
He wasn't allowed in the shop.
Yeah.
And that's just what you are now, because we're buying you around, you're a customer.
Yeah, exactly, you're a paying customer through us.
They didn't like it, did they?
No, they didn't like it. The staff was looking at us funny.
They didn't like it,
but they couldn't say anything, because they were getting money in the tills from us both to help that young chap.
Have something to eat. And he was so grateful.
Oh, he was more than grateful. And we had a little chat with him as well, didn't we?
Got a couple of kiddies, hadn't they?
Yeah. Baby.
But you know what? We says to him, you know, there's places you can go for help. He'd only just become homeless.
Yeah,
hadn't he, on
recently, in the
streets.
past few weeks.
And that what they'd done, they'd put his partner in a hostel with the children,
Yeah, they did.
and he was on the streets because he couldn't go with them.
No, that's sad, man.
Yeah,
That's really sad.
it was sad.
Really, really sad seeing that.
And he was saying, like, you know, I don't know what to do. And we told him where to go, didn't we, to
Yeah, we
get
did.
help.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen him, fingers crossed, on the streets
Yeah, we haven't
since.
seen a hair's breadth of him or
So
anything.
I'm hoping, and Andrew's hoping as well, that he actually went
And took our
and
advice.
took our advice, and they found him somewhere to go. You know?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
And I hope that family's back together and happy now. I really do. Because once they're on the streets, they're into it, aren't they? Drugs.
Yeah, because they
Drink.
get into the crowd of it, don't they, with the other homeless people. I'm not saying that all homeless people are
No.
into alcoholics and drugs, but
Most
you know,
are.
but there's most,
Most
yeah, because they've got to survive that way, haven't they?
But you know, it's hell of a way to live, isn't it? But you know what? It could happen to any of us. This
Well-
is a sad thing, isn't it? It could happen to any of us.
And it happened to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know for all that time. When I was in Tipton, in that place, I was living in my work colleague's house. He had his own house, and he said I could, you know, stay in one of the rooms until further notice. But I didn't find out. I was classed as being homeless because I didn't realise I fitted in that category.
Yeah.
People say, yeah, but you had a roof over your head, but the law states that I was classed as being
You're sofa
homeless.
surfing, aren't you?
Sofa surfing. So I was sofa surfed for 4 years, and I didn't even know that I was living like that. I thought, oh, I've got a roof over my head, and then when they said to me at the time when I had to try and see if I can get a place, and they said, no, you're classed as being homeless because you haven't got no fixed abode of where you're paying rent yourself, and you know.
Unless you've got a rent book,
Yeah.
you're homeless.
Yeah. I didn't know this. I didn't know any of this at all. I thought, you know, and then it dawned on me, and it really affected me knowing that I was in that part of my life being that way. I did feel embarrassed, I'm being honest with you, but
you shouldn't, because it weren't your fault.
I
was it?
know.
You know.
I know.
But I can imagine, you know, I would be the same. I'd feel embarrassed, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I know.
If you haven't got a job and you've got no money, it's one of them catch ones, isn't it?
Catch
really?
22.
A lot of private housing at that time. They wouldn't take people, would they, on
No,
benefits?
they wouldn't. No.
So you was damned, really, if you didn't. You was damned if you didn't, really. But once you lose your job, you can't get another job. You've got no money. You've got to wait weeks, haven't you, for the benefit people to sort your money out.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And landlords won't wait that long, will they, for their
No,
rents?
they won't. They want it as sap.
And you know, you find people who are supposed to be your friends
Boy, didn't I get to find that out.
are not your friends. Because if they were, they'd be there for you,
Of
wouldn't
course.
they? In some way, anyway. Helping you in some way, so you're not sort of destitute. It's just an awful world we live in, really. Because there's a lot of people on the streets with mental health, isn't there?
Oh God, they're just, and we've seen definitely a boatload of them, literally.
Well, you know, how do you know they're taking the tablets and stuff they should be taking?
Mm.
I mean, I'm even seeing people like in the 70s
Yeah,
on the street.
I know. That's
Heart-wrenching.
yeah, it really is.
It really is heart-wrenching to know that people are letting people that age
Yeah,
sleep on the cold pavements in shop doorways, wherever they sleep.
yeah.
And you know, if you've got good people around you, hang on to them.
Yeah, that's what I agree with that.
Hang on to them, because they're like blessings in disguise. Walking angels, aren't they?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, they are. Like when I went into the hostels, that was wow. Let's put it this way, right? Are the hostels a good thing? It's one of them ones.
I think it all depends how strong you are in
Yeah.
your mind.
You've got to be very strong-minded to
Yeah.
cope to live in those hostels.
Otherwise, I would imagine you can get
Mash you
quite
up,
dragged into
mash you,
you know,
very
the
easy
bad
dragged
stuff,
into it. And even
you know.
I went into the one in Bushbury for a company called P3. You know, from what I went with them, it was best part. How long was it? 2 years, was it? It was 2 years. I was in the hostel-based system for 2 years. And even they said when I first went into it's called a multiplex hostel, where you got your own little room, and we had 2 levels, and everyone that was in there was on drugs or alcoholics who had severe mental health difficulties, who were ex-prisoners. A handful of them were ex-prisoners. And when some of them found out about me in there, they said, "You shouldn't be in here."
Even they recognised you shouldn't be, didn't
Yeah, they said, "Whoa, you should not be in here. Someone like you."
There's a lot of people that shouldn't be in them.
Yeah, but it can happen to anyone.
But it can happen to anybody.
And I'm a prime example.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, gosh. If you didn't know Andrew, you would never have guessed he had to live like that.
Yeah, for nearly 2 years in the hostel system.
But, you know, thankfully, the people who ran it, they saw the goodness in him, didn't they?
They really did, yeah.
And needed to move him on quicker.
Yeah, and they did. They said out of all the people, I was the quickest, probably the quickest one that moved out of the system as quick as possible. I think from what I know, they couldn't wait to get me in a flat away from that kind of a system, you know. My own. They knew I was a very independent person anyway from the get-go, but I had to go through those phases.
But those places, again, if you can't help yourself, they can't help you.
Yeah.
You've got to be willing to really persevere and help yourself.
Because every day, when I was in the first phase of it, because you've got 3 phases, every day I had to have my support worker there, and I had to see them every day without fail. Every day, you have to, because they knew I'd had some mental health issues as well. So yeah, that was very daunting having to do that. Really was, because I had to put my cards on the table, my heart on my sleeve, literally.
But you know what? It's amazing how you can get through these things, and you do get through them.
The human will.
You know, and I would say to anybody, never give up.
No.
Never give up, and never fall to that level
True.
of hitting that ground. Because then it's just a longer way to pull yourself up again.
Most definitely.
But you look back and you think, all that stressing, all that worrying, all that thinking that things would never move on, never going to change.
It's true.
Trust me, they do.
Yeah, I did go for that phase. I thought, oh God, this is the end of the road for me. And I really did. From the first day I was in that hostel in Bushbury, I caught the COVID. The first day, because the second day I felt really bad. And I knew I'd caught it, because they did say to me that the neighbour next to me was under quarantine. And they said they're really sorry they've had to put me in, because that was the only room that was available. Because if I didn't have taken that room, I would have been on the streets physically. And that's the truth of the matter. I wouldn't have been able to go and move in there.
I mean, you do hear people and they say things like, I wouldn't go in an hostel.
Yep.
But you know what? Being in a hostel is better than sleeping in a shop doorway.
Yeah, it is.
And if you're working, you still have to pay your rent and that there.
Yeah, you do.
You don't get everything for free like some people seem to think that people like that get things free. They don't.
If you're on benefits, you still have
If you're
to
on benefits, you
still got to pay them.
yeah.
You got to still pay that. It's the same, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's not a lot you pay, but you still got to pay some.
Yeah.
You still got to pay.
And rightly so. These people are charities, aren't they?
Yeah, because they're providing you a service.
Yeah. This is what we don't understand in this country. How this government is happy to take people, illegal people, from boats, and yet they can't look after their own people.
No.
I mean, how does that work? I mean, keeping housing for people who've escaped war-torn countries, and yet they're not giving their own people who've been waiting years for a house with a garden for the children.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be a system where that has to change.
Yeah.
And you have to wait your turn. Like people who were born here have to wait their turn.
Yeah, they do.
You don't just go and get a council house.
No, it's not as easy as it looks. Trust me.
Doesn't matter what people tell you. You know, you have to go on a waiting list. You have to have so many points.
So many points. And there's other factors as well. How long you've been on the system list waiting, and your age also is one of those other things as well. Younger people with families have a priority.
And so they should.
Yeah.
You know, we've had our chance to bring our children up with gardens. They've had the freedom. So why shouldn't other people, younger people, you know, children have the chance of a nice garden?
Yeah, it's harder for single men, you know.
Oh.
Boy. To me, there's no support for single men, to be honest with you.
Or single women? Not now.
Yeah. No, it's all changed.
Not now. It doesn't matter about your age either.
I know.
You know, there's things you should always do and always stick in your head. Always pay your rent. To keep a roof over your head. That's your priority. And always try and pay your bills. Buy your food, and then if you're lucky enough to have anything left over, you're very blessed.
Yeah.
Then you can start buying things you want and you'd like.
Yeah.
But until then, go without. Go without.
Yeah. Very true, that is.
Never have what you can't afford, basically.
Yeah. Don't go beyond your means, materialistically.
Because it's very easy to do. We'd all like nice things.
Of course, definitely.
You know. I mean, I feel lucky that I was brought up with nothing, really.
Yeah, you're the same as well.
Because the world we're living in now, those who wasn't, I don't know how they must be affected. I mean, we can still go without because we've always had to go without.
Yeah, we've had to, you know. It's
but people who have been brought up differently and they've always had what they want.
It's people who are born into a silver spoon life.
Yeah, and then they have to go without.
Oh,
I hate to think what they go through.
They would go on what they call a crash and burn.
Yeah.
Metaphor, you know, the crash and burn system.
Yeah, I mean, at least we're used to it.
Yeah, we are. Being in the ghetto way of life, and that's no joke.
I mean, where we live now, we feel like we're in a palace.
Yeah, we do, actually. that's the truth, you know. We really do feel like we live in a little palace.
Yeah. I mean, other people have probably turned their noses up and think, oh, but we don't.
No, we absolutely love it. And
we love our home.
It's cosy as well, and it really is a cosy little home.
You know, it might not be much to other people, but it's a lot to us.
It's a lot to us. It's more than a lot to us, actually. It really is.
Yeah.
Every nook and cranny of this little place is. Yeah, definitely.
And especially feel very blessed when you see people over 60 on the streets.
Yeah.
You know, men, women.
You know, it's.
We're lucky we got a system, really, that protects children.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Oh, gosh, definitely.
We really are. I mean, but when you watch Wendell...
Yeah. Getting back to Wendell.
A different
he really,
way of life in all countries.
He goes into the heart of the place, not the rich. You'll see when you watch his
he shows you the worst of the stuff.
He shows you the worst of the worst,
countries.
and he really does.
He really does. But he's such a good, kind man.
Yeah.
The way he helps people. Yeah.
Definitely.
I, for one, are very grateful to him. What he does for other people.
Yeah. The way he's comments on his videos.
And I mean, you hear the Americans talk and they're living a life of Riley and luxury. They're not.
No, they are not.
Not a lot of them are not.
Nope. And we get to see that.
It's got to be as bad as his country. In parts.
Yeah, in parts, yeah.
And it's like other countries, isn't it?
Yeah. The ghettos.
Yeah.
Because ghettos are everywhere in the
Yeah.
world. They are everywhere.
They are.
There's no escaping the ghetto
No,
life.
there isn't.
There isn't.
You can have a great big rich road with big houses,
Oh.
and just round the corner you've got a ghetto.
You got the slums, man. You got the
But
slums.
they don't show you that bit.
No, because you know why? The image. So what about the image? They live in that rich life, and people say, "Oh, you know, I've got this Rolex, this, and I look at this car, this big posh Porsche I'm driving, and all this." And then when you hit the corner, you get some people living off the streets, man.
And when we say living off the streets, they are
Living off the streets.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people probably think, oh, well, it's probably their fault. Well, it probably is. But if they never took that first drink, which make the government very rich, by the way.
Yeah, it does. The taxes.
They probably wouldn't have got addicted because a lot of people can't cope with things. So they'll lean on any prop.
And you know, people seem to forget, right? You know, we live in this system around the world. You know what it actually is for? Control. It brainwashes people. The system of the world that we live in, and this is a fact, it's a brainwashing method which has been going on for centuries. And every generation is affected by it. I haven't been affected by it. I won't allow that system to brainwash me. You're mad. No way on this earth. I'll do my thing. Me and Maxine, we do our thing together. And we're not bothered by what other people say.
No.
Or the way how they look at us.
It's like the other day, I had like a reality check and we went round this market. You probably heard of it actually, the Rag Market it's called in Birmingham.
Yeah, very famous place in this day, very famous place.
It's all of a sudden hit me walking round. One day, very, very soon, there's not going to be markets.
Nope.
There's not going to be cheap shops where you can get stuff and open markets where you can buy your fruits and because it's all just going to be gone. That's what they want, isn't it?
Of course they want.
Take everything away.
Yeah.
So they can just live rich themselves with all the taxis and from like expensive shops. And Birmingham, to me now, it's nothing like the Birmingham
I used to know, yeah.
I knew. And you know, it's not for the better. I hate it.
Yeah, we do. Don't like it at all.
I don't like it at all.
It's very negative, I'm telling you now.
Very negative, very expensive.
And quite dangerous at times as well.
And can be very dangerous, Birmingham, especially of an evening.
Yeah, it's a totally different place altogether.
It's a different picture, basically, as you're going round, and all of a sudden it does hit you.
Yeah.
I think I remember walking around here years ago as a kid, as a teenager, and it was just totally different. You know, you could get bargains, and there weren't really posh shops that I know of anyway, that I can remember. I suppose C&A and stuff like that would be classed as a
upper
a
market,
shop,
upper
upper market
kind of place.
and Debenhams and places like that.
Yep.
But you've still got your choice of going, like, I mean, there's a market that used to be called the Oasis Market.
That's gone. They've closed it down.
Closed it down.
I was shocked when I heard that.
It's been going for years.
Yeah, it really has.
It was a really famous landmark.
Yeah, some funky stuff in there, man.
The Oasis Market.
It's gone.
And it's just completely gone. And every time you go to Birmingham, I mean, we don't go very often now, but
No, we don't.
when we do, they've took something else away. And something else that you can't afford to go in.
Well, look in Wolverhampton, M&S, it's gone. It's virtually, well, I don't think it's closed yet, but
it's closing, isn't it?
It's closing down in Wolverhampton, Marks and Spencer's.
And yet it was doing well. I mean, what have people of Wolverhampton got to go to Wolverhampton for?
They'll be coming over to Birmingham more so by the tram.
Won't they, on the tram? Is that the whole idea of it? Close all these little towns down. I mean, Wolverhampton's supposed to be a city, isn't it? Well, you ain't got those city shops there, have you?
Not really, no, you haven't. Not to that.
Really? And I mean, Birmingham, supposed to be the second biggest city in the world. And yet I've been to smaller towns and they've got more shops
They have, actually.
than Birmingham.
When you look at it and you're thinking,
Yeah.
well, Birmingham's a city, well, how is that feasible? That you'd be surprised, trust me, you'd be very surprised.
No, I mean, perhaps the younger ones, perhaps you do love
The Birmingham.
the new Birmingham. I mean, I can't imagine many of the older ones in my generation or even a bit younger would agree with that. Because there ain't really anything there for teenagers, is there?
Not really to that.
You know, unless you think they've got loads of money from the parents, you know, to do anything. No. I mean, even seaside towns now have gone. You know, you used to love to go away, you know, with your mum and dad and your own children when they was younger to the seaside. I mean, Blackpool, oh my God. I mean, that's just a no-go place.
And Blackpool at one time was one of the most sought after places to go to in the 70s and 80s, and it really was.
I think probably the best places that you can go to now is Cornwall.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. And I'm reading and seeing stuff about that now as well.
Plymouth's okay as well, apparently.
Plymouth?
Yeah, you know, we went to Torquay, and we went to where those shipping yards were.
Yeah, but not high class like it used to be.
Okay, even that's gone down now.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't know, I don't know. Well, from what I went for the first time, I thought it was okay, because you got the shipping yard
the harbour.
The very famous Sir Francis Drake ship was part of that, and it still is to this day.
But, you know, you're not getting the tourists and stuff like you used to.
Okay. Well, when we went, it was amazing.
We enjoyed it, but I mean, we don't take much, does it, for us to feel grateful? You know, as long as places are clean.
That's it.
There's no trouble and people keep out your way, really.
But that's the thing with the word trouble, it's everywhere. And it really is, even on your doorstep.
Yeah.
You'd never ever think at one day in your life, throughout your life, that you'd end up having trouble out right on your doorstep where you live.
Yeah.
That was unheard of. And at one time you could leave your doors unlocked and everything. Now they've got to be security locked up to the nines, literally. All your windows locked up and everything, everywhere, you know.
I mean, years ago, when we was younger, everybody looked out for everybody, didn't they?
We did.
Each other.
We certainly did.
You hadn't got a cup of sugar, then at the end of the day, there's always a neighbour that would have lent you that sugar, so you could give it them back. You don't get that now. I mean, we're lucky where we live. We've got really old-fashioned good neighbours.
Yeah, we have.
We really have. But most places you don't get people like that no more, do you?
No, it's
you
sad,
just
really.
don't.
It's really sad.
I mean, where we live, we're lucky again because we know people that shouldn't be up here.
Yeah, you do.
You know, and there's enough warnings for us to let people know that people shouldn't be up here.
No.
But most places you don't. Like Andrew said years ago, you could leave your door open all night.
Yep, all through the night.
And nobody come in and pinch anything.
No.
Because they'd pinch anything now that's not nailed down.
Yep. It's even worse.
If you've got nothing, they'd still come in and pinch it.
Yeah, if not do worse things as well, not just still harm you too.
And it's like people who have to go to work now. I mean, I'm lucky I've retired. But people who still have to go to work early of a morning and wait for buses and public transport and in the dark.
Yeah.
And of a night come home in the dark. It's not a safe place to do that now.
It isn't these days, it isn't.
Travelling backwards and forwards to work. But you know, you'd just be prisoners to everything, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd
if
be
you
a
never
hermit.
went out,
You'd be a hermit.
If you didn't go out, you'd just be a prisoner to yourself.
You'd be a hermit.
But quality of life as you get older, there isn't any really.
I know.
Is there?
It's changed.
Because they want to take everything away from you, bus passes and, you know, when you're out, people in the shops look like you shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
You should not be out.
That's happened to us a few times. Going into some of these...
Even what they're not realising is your money's as good as anybody else's. Yeah. And the young ones, you've got no patience with us.
No.
And by that, I mean, obviously, you know, you retire for a reason because you're too old to work anymore. Yeah.
And you paid into the system.
And you paid into the system. They forget this.
Yeah, you paid into the system.
And they're like, well, you shouldn't be out. And there's even a name for it. They don't like elderly people.
No.
People don't think elderly people should be out. And there is a name for that, isn't there? I can't think what the name is.
Yeah. If you know what the name is, put it in the comments to let us know, because we don't know.
Yeah. And it's a thing that goes round now. I mean, we used to love to talk to people who'd retired and that.
Yeah, we did.
But now they're like, what are you doing out?
Yeah, they look at you as if you should not be out.
Yeah.
Why?
Horrible. But like I say, can't let nobody hold you a prisoner.
Exactly.
You're as young as you feel as well, by the way.
Exactly.
If you feel like you want to go out,
you go out, man.
And you can go out, then go.
Tough what everybody else thinks of it.
Life's too short.
Man, I'm telling
life's
you.
much too short.
It is.
It really is. You've got to live every day like it's your last. Because you never know when your last day is going to be.
Yeah, true.
You know, I wish I'd have asked my family, like, different questions when they was here. You can't ask them when they've gone.
Too late for that.
So again, you know, if you've got grandparents and your parents are still alive and you want to know this, that and the other, always ask them that question because they can tell you where they're here.
I never got that opportunity really. Apart from my nanny Osborne from Jamaica. When we lived down London 7 years in the 70s. We got to see the only living grandparents. That was the only one I ever got to meet. With my knowledge of, you know. And we did get to ask her questions about their family in Jamaica. Because my nan's maiden name's Graham. So there's a Scottish connection there, the name Graham. Certainly is, which we did find out there is when I did the DNA test. And there's Scottish DNA in myself, and Irish DNA, and European DNA, you know, and the African, Nigerian, and so on. It's amazing, the human DNA. It gives you an idea of who you truly are. I am one heck of a multicultural man.
You're part of everybody, you are.
Am I an Englishman? I was born in England. You know what I see myself as? A human being. I get some of the Asian community, when they look at me, they always think I'm Asian, you know, Indian or even Pakistani. And I say, no, I may have a similar complexion, I may have features of that of an Asian person. I said, no, I'm mixed race, half Jamaican, half English. Well, now that I know I've got more of my DNA sequence, I say I'm a multicultural person. Oh, and they get confused by that.
Really?
Yeah.
like he's lying.
Like I'm lying. then I go to my phone and I said, look, there's my mum, there's my dad. And I go, oh, I even had one person, I think I've mentioned this before in maybe a couple of videos. So, well, not the most recent one, when he was in West Brom. I said, oh, you got a lovely tan. I said, no, this is my skin colour. And the look they give me, I said, yeah, this is my skin colour. All of it's my skin colour. You know, it's what the universe has blessed me with. Thank you, Mum and Dad. And I get it on a regular basis as well. It's a weekly basis when I'm out, literally. They look at me and Max and I think, you know, there. But you know what? We walk around with our heads held high. We both do. We most certainly do. But yeah. So this video, let's talk about randomness. And that's what we've been talking about, random things. We have.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your own thoughts about stuff.
Yeah.
Really would, you know. And if you're from other countries, let us know. Because I'd love to know your cultures and what you believe in and everything like that. I really would.
Yes, well, we both are interested in that part of
I love to know
our
about
fellow
other
humans
people. I really
around
do.
the world.
Love to know about other people, especially from other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't understand the differences between your country and their country.
In their cultures,
and it's just lovely to know, isn't it, what you believe in and what food you eat and
And people might get to say questions just, do we believe in God? And we're being honest about this if they asked us that. It's the universe. That's with us.
To me, I believe in everybody's God.
Yeah.
Because there's one God.
There's only one. There's no other.
Religious-wise, not really into it.
No, we're not.
And if anybody else eats, well, that's good for them.
Yeah, that's good for them.
I'm really happy for them that they have something they believe in.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to have something to believe in, isn't it? Really.
I mean, with me, and I've got to be open and honest about this, and this is what our channel is about, honestness and truthfulness about things. When I was a child growing up, I get forced to go to church. And that's no joke, that is the truth. And that's the real truth. You get forced to go to church, not by our parents, by the others within the family network. You must come to church.
Yeah.
That's what they say, and that's the truth. I'm not lying about it.
And sometimes what you're forced to do as a child, you don't, you become to detest as you get older.
Yeah, and I have. I'm sorry to say, but I have.
And you can,
that's
and then perfectly reasonable.
And then people will say, well, this is how I am. I know there's a power out there. And trust me, there is a power out there which is phenomenal, and it really is. There is a power out there. You can't see it, but you can physically feel it. But the only way you find out that power is through meditation. And we know that there's certain religions out there who don't like meditation. They see meditation as quite a negative thing. Actually, on the contrary, it's the opposite.
But again, everybody's entitled to their own beliefs, aren't they?
But it is that we both know what meditation really is all about. Maxine's been a longer meditator than me. She really has. But I've been doing it a long time myself. And in the past 25 years, I've really tapped into the essence of it. And people say, well, what's the essence of true meditation? Is you, your cultivation of you. And that's what meditation does. Proper meditation, deep meditation teaches you how to cultivate you, your inner self. And then you get to know who you really are as a person. I know who I really am, finally. I know I'm here for a reason on this earth. And so does Maxine. Our reason was to come together, to become one. And that's definitely our reason in life. So just finishing it there, and that's a wrap on this one. And again, we'd like to thank to our new subscribers to the channel. So we've had some more subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you who recently subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed yet and you just watch the videos, that's fantastic that you do. Hit that subscription button, which won't cost you nothing. Just to touch the button and hit the notification bell as we upload content on a weekly basis. It's been quite regular as well, constantly been uploading almost every day throughout the weeks. So and keep those thumbs going up as well. Share the love and what we do, the energy and what we do. Keep the comments respectful, please, because we do stress that. Because when certain when you put comments up, it comes up now, doesn't it? So it just shows you that our channel now is getting recognised by YouTube.
Yeah.
And it really is. So please show your respect for our channel.
Yeah, be respectful.
Yeah.
And if you can't be respectful, don't watch.
Yeah, exactly. Don't watch any of our content at all. Because we say things who we are and what we're all about in life, and that's straight down the middle of life itself. We don't try and elaborate on things and that. We are who we are. We're not AI or we're not artificial or anything like that. There's no CGI or anything like that. This is what you're seeing on our channel is us. There's no mimication of what we do. It's us. And I'll keep doing my martial arts content because I know there's quite a few out there who do like it. But we'll keep doing our Let's Talk About it because that's all part of the channel. It's not just a martial arts channel. You know, it's stuff that we enjoy doing together as a couple.
And can I just remind people when you're out, nothing to do with us, but, you know, treat people how you'd like to be treated yourselves.
With respect.
No matter what age, because it works both ways, doesn't it? Just have respect for each other. You know, and show a bit of kindness each day.
Yeah.
Because there's no need not to.
Yeah, and we on about the kindness, not the material approach as such. Words, smiling.
And remember when you're walking past an elderly person or sitting down in a cafe next to one or across from one, that elderly person might not have spoken to anyone all day. The older you get, the more people you lose, don't forget.
And the more lonely you become.
You know, just give them a smile. Say
We
hello.
do.
Say
we
hello.
do.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
And there is some very respectful people out
Yeah,
there,
there is.
young people. And whoever you are, you'll know who you are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, share the channel, share the videos. You know,
And share the love.
Share the love, man. Share that love. And we're not on about physical love, we're on about the love in how you are to others. There you go. From that thing that beats 24/7. Okay, and most importantly, please stay safe out there, everybody. Please.
Stay safe, everyone.
Just please. And we always say that on our videos, just please stay safe, please, because...
And be aware.
Yeah, be fully aware. Don't go around being narrow-minded because who knows what may happen. We don't want to wish anything bad on anyone because we don't do that. All we're saying is just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware in how you put words out to other people because once you say certain words which aren't nice, you can never take them back. Be mindful. Be mindful of others. Because I expect people to be mindful of me when I'm out and about, but sometimes they're not. But we're always mindful of other people, our fellow humans. But yeah, namaste. Namaste, everybody. Namaste, namaste.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night. Good night. And thank you.